is Russ. Yeah, back in the car again. 11:10 a.m. 47 degrees outside. Well, it's warming up a bit, but not quite warm enough yet for me. Yeah, I still have my virus thing going on. I think that's going to be there for a long time. I don't know how long it's been now. Several weeks? Several weeks. So anyway, I was checking my my messages and also checking the comments from recent videos, and ran across one that was kind of interesting. So I thought we'd talk a little bit about that. So anyways, it was concerning the video I made about the bike that was damaged. Yeah, the rear tire was crushed. Remember that? Yeah. You know, most people thought it was a forklift or something. But here's an interesting comment I thought was interesting. He says, "This is what you can expect when you order cheap Chinese junk." And this is why I always order a bike from a bike shop. Okay, let's talk about that. Cheap Chinese junk. Well, let me say this. All of those bikes are Chinese junk, if you think about it then. Because most of the bikes come from China, okay? No, cheap Chinese junk. This was not a cheap bike, all right? This is about a $2,000 bike. Cheap junky bike. Okay, no, it's not a cheap junky bike either. And why you should order from a dealer. Okay, here's one benefit from ordering it from the dealer, okay? If there's a damage that comes in to the dealer's got to deal with it. Yeah, you don't have to deal with it. It's true. Well, technically, I'm not dealing with it either because the company is dealing with it. The company's making the claim to FedEx, not me. I'm just holding on to the product in the meantime. So let's talk about this whole business of cheap Chinese junk, okay? First off, I took offense at that. Hey, I'm Chinese, okay? Cheap Chinese junk. All right, well, let's look at it this way. That product that came in that's damaged is actually sold in many dealerships. Yeah, which means they have cheap Chinese junk too. Cheap Chinese junk, huh? Well, here's the thing. The one benefit, like I said, if you order through the dealer and there's a problem with the product because it came in damaged, the dealer deals with it. All right, that is a given, okay? But many of the products that you buy in the stores, not all, but many of them are actually sold online as well, okay? Now, you could order them online or order them through the dealer. What are the benefits? What's the pros and cons? Let's talk about the pros and cons. The pros of buying through a dealer is that the dealer will take care of the issue if you have an issue. That's the whole point of a dealer, all right? They will build the product for you. They'll make sure everything is assembled properly, make sure everything is right before they sell you the product, okay? They'll assemble it, the whole thing, okay? And if there's a problem after the fact, hopefully, not all dealers, but hopefully the dealer backs you up and says, okay, we will fix those warranty problems for you. Many of the dealers today will not repair e-bikes that they haven't sold. Yeah. Why is that? Well, first off, you have to think about it in terms of a dealer standpoint. If they didn't sell it to you, they figure, why should we have to deal with the warranty repair issues? That's true. I mean, a lot of times the manufacturers will reimburse the dealer for his efforts, but some of the dealers will look at that and say, well, here's the problem. If you didn't buy it from me, I didn't make a profit on that bike. So since you went somewhere else, bring it somewhere else. Okay. Now, the one thing I don't like about that is that they don't see the long-term effect of that. That basically tells the customer, never buy from this store unless you're willing to be tied to them forever, and they won't help you unless you buy from them, okay? Other dealers will accept it and say, okay, we will fix it for you, but they charge you for it, okay? If it's under warranty, as long as the manufacturer reimburses them for their warranty repair, they will do it. So there are some dealers that will take care of you even if you don't go to them to buy the bike, all right? Other dealers, not the case, all right? They won't do it for you. So you have to kind of know what's available in your area. Yeah. So what about this particular bike? Yeah, this bike is a brand that is very well known. It is sold in dealers. Dealers do sell this brand, okay? You'll recognize the brand once you see what the bike it is. Will they fix it because it's the brand? They might not. Like, for instance, my local dealer in my area is Sam's Cycle. They're in Palatine, Illinois, and they will repair it. If I brought it to them and I said, hey, I didn't buy this from you, but I mean, they know me. They know I don't buy anything from them. I go in there, I never buy anything from them. Will you repair this and get paid through the dealer warranty thing? They would do it. Yeah. Now, if they don't sell the product, okay, if they're not a dealer for that product, would they repair it for me? And the answer is yes. This dealer actually will, but they will charge you for the repair because they're not getting reimbursed from the company. That's fair, in my opinion. If they're not associated to that brand, and I mean, somebody's got to pay them for their effort. They're not going to do it for you for free, right? Somebody's got to pay for this. I got to make sure these cars are turning before I go. And so if you're willing to pay them for the repair, they will actually repair it. Other dealers, if you bring it to them and they're not a dealer for it, they're not going to repair it. And if you didn't buy it from them, they're not going to repair it. So you really got to know what your dealer is willing to do. Sam Cycle will do it for you, okay? And they get a lot of business that way too. And to me, it's a smart move because when the time comes for that person to buy another bike, they may seriously think of, let me buy it from them. Because they helped me out before, right? You see what I'm saying? So there's pros and cons. A short-sightedness would be not repairing anything and helping the customer. I mean, I would say give the customer an option. You know, just say, hey, we're not a dealer for this, so we're not an authorized repair center. But if you want us to repair it, it will cost you X amount of dollars for us to do it. And if you're willing to pay that and they're willing to do it for you, that's goodwill between a potential customer in the future. Well, he's a customer now because he's bringing it in for repair, but a potential customer in the future to come back to you. See, not all dealers think that way. Okay, so that's what I have to say about this whole thing about this cheap Chinese junk. First off, it's not junk, and it wasn't the Chinese company's product that was defective. It was a damage from FedEx. Now he says, well, they should know better to just send you the wheel and get it to you as soon as possible. Well, let me just say this: they are sending me a whole brand new bike, okay? And so it's going to take a while to get it. And you know, the comment was, you know, it's going to take so long, you're getting it from China and all that. Well, hey, you know, if it was bought from a dealer, it would be the same way. Because it's, first off, it's a review bike. It's not a customer's purchase bike. And they don't even have them in the United States right now, okay? So it's not the company's fault. These are usually a review bike will come in first before even some of the products for selling because they need to get the reviews out first before doing the whole campaign about selling the product, see? So because of that, it's going to take some time. Yeah, it's not their fault. It really is not their fault. And if it comes from China, it comes from China. In my case, what they're doing is they're sending me another bike, but it's coming from the batch of bikes that are already on the ship on the way to the United States warehouse for sale. Because they've already run out of all the review bikes. They've already passed them out to everybody, including me. I already got mine, but mine came in damaged. So, yeah, before you make quick comments about how cheap, junky products are, you have to understand fully the situation, okay? And in this case, the company's bent over backward trying to get this thing repaired as quick as possible based on the logistics of where the current products are. They're in the middle of the ocean right now, okay? It's going to eventually show up. I believe it shows up in California and then they ship it out. So they just said it's going to take a couple more weeks because the bikes are en route to the United States. So nobody's fault, really. Nobody's fault, okay? All right, let's talk about stop signs. Jump to a different different topic. Now, everyone knows I tend to slide through stop signs, right? I slow down, I look around. If nobody's around, I just go. I wanted to find out, are bike riders the only guys doing this? And the answer is no, they're not. Now, where I live, not too far from my home, there's a stop sign, okay? It's on a corner, right? So I said, you know, I'm gonna see how many people actually stop with their cars at the stop sign. So of 10 cars that pass that stop sign, I says, how many people actually stop? And the answer is, how many do you think? Put a comment before I tell you. How many cars do you think actually stopped at that stop sign out of 10? The answer is 1. 1. So what did the rest of these guys do? Oh, they did basically what I do. They slowed down, they looked, and they kept going. I mean, typically for cars, even for myself, for a car, if I came up to a stop sign, I might not do a 3-second stop. I might do a slight rolling stop sometimes, okay? But my stops are more closer to actual stops than these guys. Yeah. So I might stop for a second and go, right? These guys didn't even stop for a second. Many of them didn't even slow down. They just went through it, okay? And then those that did slow down, it wasn't even really a stop. It was a slow down, looked around and kept driving. Yeah. So they kind of did what I do on a bike. Test it for yourself, okay? Go to some stop sign that you know, okay? Now, I'm not talking like a major street, because major street stop signs, most people will stop because they know if they don't, they're gonna get hit by a car. Go to a side street, because this is where I usually have the issue too when I'm riding a bike, is I'm riding on a side street, right? You know, residential street. Go to a side street and sit there for a while and count how many cars go past and how many cars actually really physically stop at the stop sign. I think you'll be surprised at how many don't. Yeah. I mean, 9 out of 10 did not stop. 9 out of 10. I thought the numbers would be a little bit better than that. 9 out of 10 did not stop. Only one guy actually did a full stop and continued. Check it again later on, see if there's any more. Or maybe go to maybe I'll go to a street where it's not so busy, or more busy, I should say, more busy, so that you can see if they actually stop or they don't stop. Now, if a cop car was there, they would do a full stop. I guarantee it right now. There's a cop car in front of me right now. Oh man, what are you gonna do? I mean, that's the way people are. You know? So it's actually really quick for people to say, hey, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. But then you start observing other people's driving habits besides bike riding habits. You'll notice they do similar things. Yeah, many people actually don't do a full stop. Yeah. Can you be ticketed for a non-full stop? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I was always taught in driver's ed that you do a 3-second stop. Full 3-second stop. I remember I told this before, my mom, when she was still alive, she went through a stop sign after stopping for maybe 1-2 seconds. She didn't do a full 3-second stop, and the cop stopped her, gave her a ticket for not doing a full 3-second stop. Hold on. I have to drink some water every now and then to keep myself from drying out. Yeah, with this virus that I've had for a long time now, it's non-stop. I mean, I'm always blowing my nose. I'm coughing a lot. I mean, the coughing is from dry throat coughing. It's not from sickness coughing. I don't know if there's a distinction there, but it is. My throat will dry out, and then I'll start coughing from it being dry. And of course, making these videos as you're talking doesn't help either. It dries you out faster. So, all right. Anyways, that's the story. That's the 2 things I wanted to talk about for today. I'm almost where I need to be. I need to pick up some odds and ends supplies. I'm not going to Costco, okay? All right, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Let me know what you think about this whole thing about cheap Chinese junk and how that affects you, or whether you will not buy cheap Chinese junk, and you only buy from stores who sell cheap Chinese junk. Come on, this stuff is not cheap, and it is Chinese, okay? I will give you that. Because most of the bikes are Chinese. I don't care what you buy, it's usually Chinese. Or Taiwanese, one of the two. Or Japanese, I don't know. But most of it comes from China nowadays. All right, hit the like and subscribe button. Talk to you guys next time.